Welcome back. This is the first time we have done a watch along together, but it's not going to be the last. I've certainly watched a lot of things, but this is the first time I'm going to do this on Facebook. So if I'm looking off to the side, you can see that that's what I'm trying to do is see if anybody has anything to say. Um, it's going to be kind of crazy. Okay, so my friend Ben sent me over this link. And he had asked if I'd ever heard about these people, and so this is really the first time that I'm going to give him an understanding. This is called "Helping Innocent Victims of Trafficking Get on the Path to Self Sovereignty with Bitcoin." Um, I have a passing knowledge of what's going on with Bitcoin kind of stuff, so I like to believe that I can make some type of rational commentary on this. Okay, let's go ahead and just jump right in. Uh oh, doing it live. Here we go. I see there's a problem with the audio. Why are you not making noise? Fun, fun, fun. All right, let's try one more time.
I am so happy to be
There
here
we go.
with the More to Life team and some wonderful people and Dr. Brook Bellow. And we're going to walk through how to be self sovereign, how to be your own kind of bank, and for your special organization. We're going to do something that we hope has never been done before. And that is, we're going to help people set up their own digital wallets. And then we're going to teach people how to send and receive money. And we're going to send money and see, well, we're going to send Bitcoin, sorry, not money. And we're going to see how it all works and get everybody up to speed in this brand new world that we live in, which is very, very important. I always say Bitcoin is freedom, self sovereignty is very important, but these are key steps to take. We've got a great crew here. But before I jump in, Dr. Bellow, would you mind taking a minute or two and introducing who your organization is, who you are, who the team is here on the phone before we jump in?
Absolutely. My name is Brooke, and I'm the founder and CEO of More to Life. And I
Hi, Brooke.
started this organization 18 years ago while I was an actor in Hollywood, and I'm a survivor. I like the word champion from trafficking. So I was violently 18 years ago, raped at the age 11. I ran
Oh,
away from home, and I
I'm
was
sorry, Brooke.
accosted on the street and sold into human trafficking, and went from being sort of this pure healthy young girl to an addict to being in a room full of men being repeatedly raped. And so the fact that I can actually tie and string two sentences together is a miracle, because many survivors don't make it. More to Life is an organization that does direct
Just got that
victim
right.
care. We have supported over 7,000 victims in the last 18 years, from what one might think is a rescue to direct services. We also have programs that work with former human traffickers, post incarceration, and violators. More to Life provides housing and therapy and a bunch of deep in its services. And we have some survivors on the line. Bailey and Mommy. Mommy is Lindsay. She is also a survivor, mentor at More to Life. Kim Figueroa, she might want to share a little bit, is also a survivor. They both have extraordinary stories of survival that are very hard to hear. And we just applaud their incredible work. And Adelia, who's actually driving right now, is also a survivor mentor. She's a survivor. I actually got into cryptos a few years ago, and one of the first individuals I kind of found is James from Invest Answers. And I was like glued to his YouTube channel, and I started to invest, and I was like, oh my gosh, because survivors have a really negative relationship with money because we could never keep it. We don't understand it. So when we have it post trafficking, We might hoard it or save it, but we don't know how to invest, or we just spend it all. And so it's the relationship with money, currency, investing, long-term investing, assets. And then because many of the young survivors, More to Life, actually, they are out of the loop of technology. They know social media, they don't understand currency, they don't understand personal value. And who better? A lot of people might say, why would James do this? Why share about cryptos and teach this when you want to know, bottom line, when you want to know where, Solana's going, when you want to know all these different things about cryptos? What does this have to do with it? Because freedom is the quintessential thing. Being the unbankable, being banked, and understanding what might happen over the next 10, 15, 20, 30 years. That's what this is about. This is about freedom. And we're grateful to Invest Answers, his staff, his colleague Watson, for being such a big part of us recording this, sharing this with other survivors around the nation, around the world, people migrating from Ukraine and different parts of the world, in addition to the 140 survivors that we're actually serving at More to Life currently, that of course not going to be on this call, and beginning to assist them. And so I first want to introduce Kim Figueroa.
So I'm going to go ahead and jump in here and just say how much I appreciate the fact that they're doing this at all. This is actually pretty massive. Um, this young woman obviously has gone through a living hell, and she is here to shout about it. And I'm really glad to see that she is. I'm glad to hear that she's, making something of her experience and helping other people with it. It sounds like she has a large group of people behind her. I still have much to learn. I literally just dropped straight into this, so I've got plenty more things that I need to pick up on. Um, this is very exciting. It's the first time I've ever really heard anybody tie trafficking and cryptocurrencies together in a healthy way. Most of the time, what I'm hearing about and talking to people about is that you have people that are digging around in cryptocurrencies, trying to figure out where did the money come from? Where did it go to? Has it touched a trafficking victim so that they can basically take your money away? So hearing that there's something good like this is amazing. I cannot wait to hear what they're saying. Definitely words like unbanked are important. We should be listening to those carefully for a couple of reasons. One is because, yes, people do need to have a way to collect, and have access to their own money and finances, but it's also something pretty scary. Putting all of your stuff on the blockchain, so to speak, and ultimately it's public. It's not always the greatest idea. So it's a double-edged sword, but anything we can do to help people move along with their life and progress to being a human being is worth it. So let's hear her introduce Ms. Figueroa.
It's a pleasure to be here, and I'm beyond excited that you all have invited me to this special event. As Dr. Bellow mentioned, it is very scary for us survivors to invest any type of money, to let go of any type of money, just because we've been controlled by money for so long, and it's been taken from us on so many different levels, that once we get it, as she mentioned, we either spend it right away or we harbor it. We don't want to invest it. And I'm going to be very vulnerable here.
Let's go right ahead and say that we're all vulnerable with the little bit of money that we wind up pulling together, and everything she's saying is not investment advice. I am not recommending that anybody go through this at all. We are just watching along and commenting.
That is something that I have been seeing over and over as these last few years have unrolled, is cryptocurrency. And I've actually been too scared to invest because of the simple fact of what trafficking has done to my mind.
Cryptocurrency is not an investment to try to get rich. Cryptocurrency is a way to exchange one form of value for another. It is being used for investments, but I would not recommend, if you have nothing to lose, I would not recommend putting anything in cryptocurrency. That's my investment advice.
I don't want to release it. I'm scared. What if I don't get it back? What if I don't put it in the right place? What if I lose it and then I've lost everything I've worked hard for? So this right here is going to be just knowledge and power of how I can continue to grow many streams of revenue to come in to support me and my family. So it's a pleasure to be here, and I'm super excited to learn.
Did you want to share why this is important to you?
We are kind of in a crisis right now, and crypto, maybe $10 in crypto. Next year it could be 10 million according it saved our lives.
Excellent. Let's jump through a couple of slides. We want to walk through kind of a structure of what we're going to do today. This story today is really about self-sovereignty through crypto, freedom, giving people the courage to take that step to be part of what I refer to as the biggest asymmetric bet of my life. I've been working with money. My father was an accountant. I've seen a lot of stuff from a very young age, and working in kind of financial markets for nearly 31, 32 years. But this is a very, very important time to be alive. I'm blessed to be alive, blessed to have made what I need in life. And now the mission is to give back. So this is really to help others. Obviously, this is about us and you guys, and how we can help each other make the world a better place. But before we jump in and talk about Bitcoin, it was pretty clear that the unknown is scary. And crypto is scary. It's very unknown. When I first came across Bitcoin, it's like, what is it? There's nobody behind it. Some mysterious guy called Satoshi Nakamoto developed it in 2009 in response to a huge financial crisis. But can we really trust it when there's nobody behind it? There's no organization you can phone up or call. It was really, really mysterious. And it takes time to dig into it and understand how it all works. But once you do, it becomes very, very fascinating. This is something that cannot be controlled, manipulated, touched. And when you're part of it, the more you learn about it, the more fascinated you will become. And as I always say, it's a very unique asset. It is what I also call the hardest form of money, because the money you have in your pocket, if you have $20 or $100 in your pocket, that is shrinking over time because it continues to be printed, as they say, by the central banks, the Fed, other banks all around the world. And that debases, which means reduces the value and purchasing power of what you can buy. Like 10 years ago, you could go into a supermarket and buy a whole basket full of goods. Now, $100 doesn't go very far. But when you look at what Bitcoin has done over the same time frame, you can buy so much more with it because it has appreciated in value. And that is the fascinating thing. Now, the other thing, the reason why we're doing this today is because it is, some people refer to it as digital gold, and Watson will talk about that later. But being able to store it is very, very important because it is completely decentralized, and it eliminates the need for any central authority to control or manage it. But what makes it very special is it's peer-to-peer, which means you can share it with each other. You can take donations, contributions, you can pay for things with it in certain places. And that's what makes it so special. So Bitcoin is very special. And now we're going to jump into a little story to help you all become self-sovereign as a result of that. So the mission of today's little education lesson, and thank you for allowing us to be here, is to help others set up a digital wallet, use that wallet, and learn how to send and receive Bitcoin. And we're going to do it live. Now, precursor as well. It's very important to think about crypto the right way.
He's doing it live. We're watching
cash,
it together
you might
live.
hide it under your mattress or in a shoebox in your closet or something else. If you have a lot of cash, maybe more than $100, you might need to put it in a bank. But if you have crypto, you don't really put it in the bank and you don't hide it under your mattress, sort of. You need what's called a crypto wallet. And that's what today is all about. Now, the mission of this walkthrough is we'll talk about, we've already talked about what is crypto, what is a wallet, and how to be self-sovereign, independent, and free. There are people fleeing the Ukraine. They have nothing. They have to run. All they have is maybe a seed phrase in their head. And that way they can port all of their wealth across borders into Poland or other places. And that is very, very powerful.
Yes, it
and
is.
The unfortunate situation in Ukraine has brought this to light. And it's been a wake-up call to the world of how important this whole new digital world is. And that's really what this is about today. So the flow of what we're going to do is we're going to set up a wallet. We're going to install it. You guys are going to create seed storage. Then we will send and receive some crypto crypto, and then we'll show you how to restore your seed. We're going to talk about some different wallets we're going to spotlight today. One is Electrum. The second one is Blockstream Green, and the third one is Strike app. I'm actually going to use the Strike app to send you Bitcoin, and Dr. Watson will show you how to use those other two depending on the devices that you actually have and where you are in the world. So with that, I'm actually going to hand over to Dr. Watson right now, and we're going to walk through everything.
What's happening, everybody? It's Watson here. I'm a software engineer. I think sometimes we get caught up in kind of the price of crypto or the price of Bitcoin, and we kind of lose sight of what Bitcoin really is about. Bitcoin is about freedom. It's about empowerment.
Okay, I'm going to go right ahead and say, yes, it is definitely about those things. And I'm also going to say it's definitely a good thing that we're discussing this as it refers to regards to a refugee situation and people trying to cross borders. So I'm actually really happy to hear that. I have never heard of Blockstream Green or the other ones. So I am pulling that up on my screen as we speak. So this is what I get when I'm over here with him.
And Kim, you mentioned that, you know, when you're a survivor and when you're a victim, people want to control you and use money to control you. And with Bitcoin, you have the control. The system is designed so that nobody can stop you from sending money or receiving Bitcoin. Like it's designed. That's why it's so powerful. It's so that you have.
You know, I'm going to go ahead and just break right in and say that no, that's not really true. If someone makes you do something, you will be doing it. And so Bitcoin is no different than anything else. If somebody is going to take it from you, they're going to take it. And sorry, that's just how it is. So Bitcoin can be taken from you by force, fraud, coercion, just like anything else can be. It's not tied into your DNA. It's money, just like money, or an asset like any other asset. But let's hear what he has to say about it.
Total control of your Bitcoin, and nobody can take that away from you. But first off, I'm a software engineer. I've built software that secure data for the government. I've built Bitcoin wallets myself as well. I've actually
and just to be sure, I'm not saying he's saying somebody's going to steal it. I'm saying someone can force you to give them your Bitcoin. That's just how it is, just like anything else.
Contributed to some of these wallets. I've specifically Electrum. Invest Answers, myself, we're not affiliated with any of these wallets or companies behind them. So we take no sponsorships or anything like that. So these are the three that we want to spotlight since they're multi-compatible with different platforms. They're very easy to use. All right, so with Blockstream Green, it's very simple to download, multi-compatible. I'm on the Mac and I have it already downloaded. And when you first download it, you'll see this blank screen and you can create a wallet. And don't worry about multi-signature right now, or what they call multi-shield. We'll go with single sig. Read the terms of service and agree to it. And you'll be given this seed phrase. And there is like a 24-word option. There's a 12-word option. The security of the two are very similar. They've done studies on this, but you have the option to pick like something with more words if you want. We'll stick with the 12-word seed phrase. And just to dwell on this a little bit, you can almost think of the seed phrase itself as your crypto. It's kind of like a keychain to all the keys that go to your crypto. Don't just put it around the house. Don't just leave it somewhere. Don't just like put it in your, store it on your phone. Store it in a very safe place and don't lose it.
Survivors, if you lose the seed phrase, there's no one to call. Even one word, it's a wrap. You've lost it.
Don't do what I'm doing, which is sharing with all of you. This is just for testing purposes. Don't share your seed. Don't let anyone see other than yourself and your loved ones. I've taken a screenshot of the one that was generated here. What it's going to do when I hit continue is it will ask you to kind of verify that you have it. So it's looking for the second word, which is morning. Fifth word.
It's your nemesis.
There we go. And then the ninth word, cannon. And the 10th word, tornado. And the next step, it'll ask you for a PIN. This is just kind of a lock for your wallet. And, pick something that's, personal to you. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just for testing purposes. All right, so this is our wallet. We can now receive and send Bitcoin. And the Bitcoin that we received and sent, it gets stored in this network called the blockchain. If you guys have probably heard of it, it's basically this computer network all across the world that keeps track of where the Bitcoin is. So when you receive it into your address, so this is an address, that gets stored on the blockchain. And the only person that can access that is the person with the key to this address. And that's derived from this seed phrase. So that's why it's so important that you keep your seed phrase very safe, because anyone that has this, whoever has this, can access the Bitcoin that's associated with this address.
Everybody remember as well, when you send something or receive something, it's very important to get that address right, because if any digit or anything is wrong in that address and I send money somewhere and it's a wrong address, it's gone forever. And what I'm doing now is I'm going to send Bitcoin to the wallets of the victims in the audience. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to open up a thing called a Strike app, which I've saved as an app on my phone. The top piece is hidden because you don't want to share how much money you have, everybody. And then I'm going to send some Bitcoin, paste in the actual address, and I'm going to send. Let me know if you got this.
Yay! We got
There
it.
you go.
Nice.
That's right. So
This is going a little too quickly. I cannot imagine that this was done live real time. That's crazy.
this is quite incredible. So Bailey, not only did you set up your address correctly, but now you have your own wallet. I'm gonna send the rest. Test with Dawn right now. Dawn, you got it?
I received something, yes.
Excellent. Okay.
Nice.
So
Awesome.
for Siobhan must
Yeah,
feel
this is
bad
just
now. So
Clipping and
I'm gonna
clipping.
put in the rest.
You get a Bitcoin, you get a Bitcoin.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I'm going to send the rest to you, Dawn. Boom. So that works. Now I'm going to try Kim. Boom. Sent.
I have good news. It's
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
So let me send the rest. This is so fun. We are unbanking ourselves, everybody. So that is sent. Idalia, you're next.
Yes, I got it.
Excellent.
All right.
Woohoo. I'm actually clapping for myself because I figured out how to cut and paste properly. Yay. Let me send the rest. So this is fun. So we have Bailey, Dawn, Kim, Dee, Siobhan, Dr. Bellow. If you have your address handy, give it to me now. And
There is a more to life Bitcoin address on our website.
I've used it before. Yep. Okay.
Yep. And then scroll down right there. You can use this wallet here, or you can scroll down more, and we have Bitcoin wallet right there. You can use
Copy.
that one.
This is almost too easy. This is the danger as well, everybody. Sometimes it's very easy to move stuff around. So drop the address and just, if you have anybody else, just
Woo! Thank you, James.
no problem. But
Yeah,
just
everybody. Look at
anybody else-
that more to life
There you go.
donation for
And then
victim
confirm
services.
the address. There you go.
Woo!
and we're gonna do this more as well. So we're just
It is
beginning,
very exciting.
But I have $100 left. Bailey, how about you for the last $100?
How about we
Nice.
split 50-50?
Bailey, you never cease to impress me. Okay, let's do that. Hit the pay button, hit the Bitcoin button, drop the address, And it's done.
We
Yeah.
got it.
Oh, is that
You
Lindsay?
did good.
Okay.
Got it.
All right.
Can you guys thank
This one.
James again? Oh my gosh.
You guys are great.
It's like
All right.
$1,000.
Okay, so let's take a second here. This is this what it says it's supposed to be? Helping innocent victims get on the path? Yep, I guess that's what it is. Okay, so it's not really starting somebody from ground zero and walking them through every little bit and piece of it. It is showing that you did this, and it is fantastic that they did.
All right. Now that you guys have Bitcoin, if you ever like switch a wallet or like you lose your computer or something, your hard drive gets wiped, now what do? Right? The good part is, you can always take this seed and put it into another wallet, put it into another computer, and you'll have your Bitcoin back up again. So for example, we generated the seed phrase with the Blockstream Green wallet. And what I did was I wrote it down on this notepad here. And I'm just going to go to a completely different wallet. This is the Electrum wallet. I can show you that I can just restore this in a completely different wallet, and I'll have my Bitcoin right there. So Electrum looks like this. And then again, it's the same sort of download process, very easy to download. And you can just go to File,
I see now,
see
full
where it says
screen.
New Restore. I'll hit Next. And then I want
It's just the way you
standard
recorded the screen.
wallet.
Thought it was.
And instead of creating a new seed, I say I already have a seed. And in the options here, the type of seed it's what's known as the BIP39 seed. And I'm just going to paste that in, hit Next, hit Next. Oh, it's asking me for a password. Just going to pick something weak. There we go. Now we've restored our Bitcoin to this new wallet. So that's the idea. It's the Bitcoin isn't actually in the wallet itself per se. It's on the blockchain. So as long as you have the seed, you can take that anywhere. The wallet is just to help you send and receive. And we can do the same thing with Blockstream as well. So we can see where it says restore, and we can type in our 12-word seed, and then we'll have restored our Bitcoin again. So that's really important to know. And I would, I would create like a new wallet and then make a test seed and then test it out. Try it out on different wallets to make sure you can always restore your Bitcoin and know how to do that. Something that we like to say in crypto. That's very important to know. Trust but verify. And the idea with this proverb is like, you guys are kind of trusting me and invest answers that we're telling you all this, but also it's also important just to verify our words, just to go and do your own research. Go and look at the documentation. Go and look at what other people say about it. This way, you're not just trusting me. You're able to kind of verify that information with several different sources.
Remember, it's critical to keep your seed safe. There is no help desk or support if you lose your seed phrase. There's nobody you can call, nobody can help you. So keep it safe. And if somebody finds it, they could take your crypto as well. And if you lose it, you lose your crypto. These are the important things to remember, everybody. Dee, Dawn, Bailey, and Mom Lindsay, Dr. Bellow, Siobhan, thank you so much, everybody.
Yeah.
You're so brave, you're so strong. And
Thank you.
And we'll see
Okay.
you all soon.
Thank you, James.
Well, okay. Okay, so we watched a 22-minute video of this very kind gentleman walking some people through some basics of crypto and how to use wallets and whatnot. And then he donated some money to them as a seed. And that was very nice. Good job. I have to admit, I was expecting a little bit different. I was expecting it to be more like real time, like as in there would be clips. But I know that doing that would have been about 16 hours worth of stuff if somebody had a question. So this was definitely a lot more useful. I like that in the original video, which is it will be, if it's not now, put on the actual. Yeah, it's already in the video description on PBJ's site or PBJ's YouTube page. So you can actually look and you can see all the different timestamps, so you can see what it is you need to do, which was also another amazing thing that they did here. And yeah, so I guess the next question is, do I wind up reaching out to this company and seeing if they want to partner up with some educational online experiences? And I think, I know I'm going to reach out to them. The question is, when am I going to do it? Okay. Well, I think that's it for now. And if there's anything, any questions you have, go ahead and type them on the chat thing here in the YouTube, and hopefully I'll get to them. Otherwise, you can reach me at billy@pbjlearning.com. Catch me on the contact page there, and believe in yourself.